Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome in. Hello, hello. I know it hasn't been a minute. What is today? November 30th. So it's been a month. Exactly. I think it was Halloween. That was my last stream. I hope you guys are doing well. It has been a crazy last few weeks. It doesn't even feel like a month to me. But yeah, we are doing good. Baby boy is perfect. He is the most perfect little, cutest little thing ever. Just, diving into parenthood. So I hope you guys are doing well and giving me grace as I navigate through this new life ahead. So hey girl, yes, I did get your donation for an offline reading. So what I was gonna do was see if you were in here tonight, if you wanted me to just do it while I was live. And then if I didn't see you as soon as I got off the live, I was gonna get my reading over to you. And I am going to update it. I've realized trying to get things within 24 hours exactly is a little hard for me. I think as long as it's done, if I can, by the end of the next business day, that's a little bit more doable for me, because then it gives me weekends off, holidays off, and then it gives me a couple extra hours in case I can't do it like within 24 hours. So Sophie says, can you share his name? Yes, absolutely. So his name is Knox, K-N. Oh, oops, I spelled it wrong in here. It's K-N-O-X is his name. Let's see. So as far as today goes, we're not going to do free reads. I'm basically here to kind of dip my toes back into the reading world, to basically accept donations for tonight to see if anybody wanted to donate. If you're still in here, can you let me know? I just want to make sure. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I've noticed that a lot of people like it. And if they don't, they just go, oh, okay, cool. But we've gotten a lot of really good feedback. A lot of people like his name. Hey girl. So did you hear what I had said about your reading? I was gonna do it after the live was over, but I was hoping to see you in here in case you wanted to do it live. So if you want to do it now, I'm down to do that for sure. Lovely. Hey, friend. Yes, absolutely. We can do it live. Not a problem. I was going to get it done tonight no matter what. But I'm glad to do it live. Thank you, lovely. All right, let me post a donation list really quickly. Oh, thank you. People keep telling me they love his name, and it just makes me so happy because it's not really like a name you hear very often, for a first name at least. I know it's like a last name sometimes. Actually, all three of his names, first, middle, and last, are all last names. I did. I was not shocked necessarily, but I was like, wow, that's really cool. Like, thank you so much for the feedback. I'm really happy to hear that. And also thank you for the well wishes as well. I just haven't had a chance to respond to your email yet. But I'm happy to hear that it ended up resonating for you. And I also just want to thank you for your kind words and your celebration with us, on the new little baby. All right. So let me pull up my email really quickly and just make sure that I didn't miss anything before we get started. I also am gonna just throw a disclaimer um, on the screen as lovely. I saw you said it matches his parents. I just processed what you said. Yeah, so it's kind of a funny story. My husband and I have always really liked the name Lennox. I like the name Lennox for a girl, and he's liked Lennox for a boy. Two N's for a girl, one N for a boy. Um, and we were like kind of thinking that name, but I was like, what is the nickname going to be? Because I don't want it to be Lenny or Len. So I was like, do we like the name Knox? Because Lennox, Knox, Nox. And then we were just like still doing research on names, and we realized that we like the spelling of Knox with a K. And we are like, actually, we just like Knox by itself. And ever since we came across that name, it just kind of stuck. Like we hadn't found anything else that we liked better. And we started telling other people about it, and other people were like, "Oh my god, I love that name. It's so unique, so different. It's definitely like you said, lovely, like just like your, the parents. It's like, and not only that, but it reminds me of like equinox, and there's kind of like another story behind that why I like the name Knox in regards to that. So it's like extra special. And then his initials are the same initials as Brennan's dad, who passed away. He has the same middle and last name as Brennan's dad. So we kind of did like a thing to honor him as well. And I don't know, it just all kind of fell into place. And considering we had him 3 weeks early, we were not supposed to have him that early. And that's a whole nother story that I've got to talk to you guys about. Which I'll probably have to just do a live stream maybe just to kind of tell y'all that story, because that was freaking crazy. We were like, well, I guess it's going to be Knox no matter what, because that's the name we have picked out, and he's coming now, and we did not know that he was going to get there so early. So anyways, that is kind of the story behind that. But yeah, he came 3 weeks early. We were very unprepared. We knew he was gonna probably be in. Knew I was gonna be induced probably, but we just did not know when we went in that was going to happen. It was the most insane 10 days of our life. I can't believe it's already been 3 weeks since he's been born. Let's see. Also, I feel like a lot of people aren't expecting to see me tonight. I didn't know how busy it was going to be or not. I'm logging into my email right now. All right. Okay, they reached out at the beginning of this week. That's actually crazy because I just saw in the email that I had said there will be a reignition in the next few weeks. So that's pretty on point. Yeah, I had a feeling you'd be kind of reflecting on the connection, maybe with a little caution. Aw, I'm so glad you're getting into the law of assumption. That's really cool. Okay, so in-depth love spread. Let me pull up my little cheat sheet here with my little placements. You met up Friday to talk. So interesting. Okay. Aesthetic, hey, how are you? Okay, is it okay if I say his initial, or do you just not want me to say anything at all? Oh my goodness. Okay. So we're just going to refer to it as him or he. Sometimes I'll say your person. All right. M and him, please. All right. So how he feels, we have the Two of Cups. How he feels about you, the Two of Cups. His true intentions is the Fool. What you want is the Four of Pentacles. What he wants is the Seven of Swords. What brings you together? We have the Star. What pulls you apart? We have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So like that's strengths and weaknesses. Energy around the relationship, we have the Death card. What's hidden? We have Ten of Cups. And will the relationship be successful? Is the Chariot. So the energy that I'm kind of tapping into. Hey, I speak. Oh my gosh. Hi, how are you? The energy I'm tapping into is that you guys are kind of turning a new leaf. This is like a breath of fresh air coming in. How he feels about you, we have the Two of Cups. So he's like, this is my love, this is my partner, this is my girl. Like basically, you are his person to him. There's the attraction, there's the mental stimulation, physical attraction, desire, romance, emotional entanglement as well. So, he's kind of looking at you as just like that partnership for him. And his true intentions we have is the Fool. So he's looking for a new beginning. He might be going into it a little bit like naive, like maybe he feels like you guys can really make it work this time. And he's kind of got his hopes up without really understanding like the work that is required behind making this a success this time. And maybe he's just kind of being a hopeless romantic without actually taking into consideration the practical things that are required to make this work. But nonetheless, he's hopeful. And that kind of brings me to the weakness with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse is that there's, work that needs to be done here. I'm not saying your relationship is work or your relationship needs to be work, but I'm saying that I feel like he's being a little bit ignorant of how much effort he actually needs to put into this in order for this to work for you to feel like it's worth it. You're looking for him to make big changes. And I think that he needs to understand that you guys can't just say, okay, let's start over and then just kind of fall back into old patterns. So I think, you'll have to see, maybe a conversation will need to be had, because I think that that's what you're worried about. I think you're worried about kind of just falling back into the same old, if I'm not mistaken. So that's kind of where I'm at. I feel like for him, he's kind of got his head in the clouds. He's like a little like, he's like hopeful. He's like, about you, all about you. Like he's feeling excited about your connection again. And I think that he's kind of riding on this like high of like the fact that you guys have reconnected. I think for you, you're like wanting to be cautious. We have the Four of Pentacles. So you're kind of keeping your cards close to chest. You want to hold on to him. You want to hold on to this connection. It is hard to let it go, but at the same time, you want to be practical. Pentacles are very practical. You're looking for stability. You're looking for security. You don't want to be frivolous with your actions or with his. You want intentional things. You want to feel like the decisions that are being made have been thought through. For him, he is the Seven of Swords. So a lot of times people will view the Seven of Swords as not good. I always pay attention to the surrounding cards that are alongside it to determine if it's a negative connotation or not. And it does feel positive to me in the sense that he's like I said, that hopeless romantic that kind of wants to sneak away with you, run away with you. He feels like he can be himself with you. He can put, take the mask off and be vulnerable and like, just, I don't know, he feels more like himself when you guys are together and you're talking. But it's kind of speaking to like, again, that feeling of like running away with abandon, or like kind of eloping, or kind of getting away into a retreat. It's almost like he wants to go into his own world with you and not really analyzing the practical steps that it would take for your relationship to stabilize. So he's just kind of on this high of like romance and reconnection, and not really thinking, again, like I said, about the practical things. But you guys both have the hope. What brings you together, the strength, is the star, that you guys have the inspiration and the hope and the excitement to kind of keep this going. The energy around the relationship we have is the Death card. So that speaks to you guys in a transition right now, in a potential transformation. The Death card signifies endings and new beginnings, which is why I was talking about how it feels like a new leaf is being turned, or a breath of fresh air. What's hidden we have is the Ten of Cups. So you guys view each other as like the person that you want to end up with. You both are viewing each other that way. And we also have the Chariot as will the relationship be successful? And that is a yes. The Chariot is forward moving, it's mobile. It signifies, determination and victory and success. So I feel like the potential is there to make this work, but he needs to kind of get his head out of the clouds, so to speak. And kind of approach this with a little bit more of like a practical approach. I Speak says, I hope you're feeling a little better. I hope everything is going good for you and the baby. It is. Thank you so much. He is just so freaking perfect. Like, he's so perfect. Like, literally, that's what everyone is saying. He's so perfect. He's so perfect. And I'm just like, maybe I'm biased, but I do tend to agree. He's so sweet. We are dealing with gas pains this week, unfortunately. So that's been kind of a struggle. But like I said, I'm going to do another live. It probably won't be like a donated live. Maybe it will be. Maybe I can do like a life update. But I feel like you guys deserve to hear the story of how he came to be and how unexpected everything was that we went through. But that might just have to be like a chat with me, and maybe I'll spend like 20 or 30 minutes on here doing that with you guys. But it's easier to talk about it than to write about it, so I'll have to share that info with you guys another time. You're welcome, and thank you so much. Yeah, he's a little sweetheart, though. Everything about how things went down had nothing to do with him. He was perfect the entire time. It was more so about me and my health that they were having concerns about. Do I think I'm recovering, or do I feel healed? So no, I think I'm still recovering. My just to kind of jump to the end, my journey ended with a C-section, unfortunately, and that was just not the plan. That was not in the cards. And I'm 3 weeks into a 6-week recovery right now. I did have an incision check, and She said it looked good. And then in a couple more weeks, I go back to just, make sure that I'm good. So right now I can't really lift anything heavier than my baby. Emotionally, I'm recovering, healing. But it was a very traumatic birth experience, unfortunately. It was just really, really awful. Everything is a blur. That whole week, it was just insane. I came home. I know I had a lot of like hormones going on that were like dropping and changing and all of this stuff. And they really tell you like your hormones really just plummet after you have a baby. And I was just crying like all day, every day because of my experience, because of how he was brought into this world, because of I wasn't ready to not I wasn't ready to not be pregnant anymore. Like my body was still holding on to him. It wasn't ready to let him go. It was just really, really hard. And I'm getting emotional about it right now, so I don't want to think about it. But yeah, that's why I think I need to set aside time just to kind of share the experience with you guys, because I basically just went MIA. Like I posted that I was going to be expecting him in the next couple of weeks, and that was literally the last you guys heard from me. But it's like I said, it's been 3 weeks. We've been home for almost the majority of that, and we're figuring it out. But we're so in love. We're so in love. And it's flying by. I'm just trying to be so present and take in as much as I can, get all the pictures, all the video, all the things. Yeah, but I'm doing okay. And sickness wise and things like that, because I was sick for a long time too before all of that happened. I'm definitely doing a lot better. I had to get treated for that at the hospital as well. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm okay right now. We're in a good headspace. We are getting a little bit more sleep. It's taking time to adapt, basically. Yes, that takes some time to heal. I'm glad you're able to take it easy. Thank you, lovely. Yes. And I wasn't expecting on being out of work for a couple of weeks before I had him because I was sick. I was not prepared to have him so early and be out of work 3 weeks earlier than I expected. And I was just not prepared to be out of work the whole week I was in the hospital before I even had him. So with that being said, we went through our savings pretty quick. And so here I am now trying to just kind of get my footing again with readings and stuff. Because as you guys know, this is what I do full time. So unfortunately, I'm feeling a bit rushed to get back to work, but we'll figure it out. It will just have to be a little bit at a time. And your guys' support obviously means everything to me because, y'all are how I'm able to stay home with my baby. So it's just, I really appreciate that. Okay, so lovely. You're next. You wanted to do a channeled message. And we're doing like the same person and everything, right? I see a couple people are just joining us as well. I do have like a scrolling banner. I just posted on the screen. So if you're joining us and you're like not up to date and you're like, Luna, where the heck have you been? I had my baby and I'm on maternity leave technically, and I'm not back to work. So what I'm doing right now is offline readings, and I'm doing right now like random live streams here and there as a trial. So during these readings, I just need your patience because I'm navigating parenthood alongside doing readings. I'm trying to figure out the best practice like how to execute these readings for you guys. Some of these readings are gonna maybe include interruptions during your reading if I have to like hop up and do something important to tend to him, but hopefully that doesn't happen. My husband has him right now, but when he goes back to work, that's probably when that's gonna be a little bit more challenging for me. But I do have an alternative option. If you want a guaranteed reading that's uninterrupted, you can always donate for the offline readings. It's the same price. And then I send you a recording, typically completed the next business day. But the live streams, that's where interruptions are probably going to happen for a little while. So I'm just doing my best that I can. All right, so lovely. Let me pull some cards for you and see what we've got. And then as for tonight, it's just donations only. We will probably be on for 30 more minutes-ish. And then I'll probably be signing off because I can only do like little bursts here and there while he's sleeping. All right, messages from him. Messages from him. We are just working on a channeled message for Lovely. But I'm here if anybody has any questions, or if you donate. I think you'll be next. I don't think I have anyone else waiting right now. I hear an ox making sounds out in the living room. I'm wondering if he's waking up. This is interesting, lovely, because I feel like I feel like as I'm channeling this, it's like sounding like vows, like wedding vows. Um Almost it's like he's giving you a promise or something, and you'll understand what I mean when I read it. But it's just interesting how this is coming through. Almost done. All right. so let me get this sent over to you first, and then I'll read it to you. Okay, so he says, well, let me click the picture. Oh, wait, ignore that one that I just sent. It wasn't the full reading. It didn't save the full reading. Hold on. There it is. A little technical difficulty. Okay, so he says, I hope you get everything that you want in this life. You deserve comfort, ease, and luxury. You deserve to have every wish fulfilled without obstacles. When I think of you, I want to make all of your dreams come true. I want to be the one you turn to for satisfaction and happiness. I want to be the one who puts a smile on your face and takes care of you. I want to be the reason that you enjoy life, and I want to be the person you can lean on and know I'll always be there for you and come through for you. We will work together as a team, and I'll handle anything you need me to. I want to be that for you so you never have to worry and know that I've got you and I've got us. So that's what I meant when I said it kind of sounds like a promise. It sounds almost like wedding vows, but kind of in like a yearning kind of way. Because he's not saying I will do these things. I do promise these things. He's saying like I want to be that person. Like I wish I could be that person. So it's like an undertone of yearning and desire for him. But at the same time, it's like him saying that this is how he wants to live his life. This is the position in your life that he wants to be in. And I think it's just something that he's hoping for. Yeah, I thought it was really sweet as I was writing it. I was like, this is so nice. Oh. So, lovely, you should have your copy in the messages per usual. Oh, that's okay. As long as you can still like get the message, then that's fine. You're very welcome. Thank you, lovely. Have a good night, lovely. Hey, Bake. Yes, absolutely. You can donate. I'm going to be on for about 20 more minutes, so that's good timing. He is doing great. He's thriving. He's beautiful. He's perfect. We're really enjoying him. I just burst with love every time I look at him. It's the most insane feeling to be a parent. It's just like becoming a parent for the first time, I think, is just like the craziest experience ever. And now there's like this weight of responsibility on you, and you just kind of get thrown in. It's like that's what they say, but no, it's really true. Like, you don't even have a second to think about the fact that you're a parent now, like you're a mom or you're a dad or whatever. You're just suddenly just taking care of this human, and then it's all a blur and weeks go by and you're like, oh wait, I'm doing it, like I'm making it happen. So it's really crazy, but he's a joy. He is everything and more. So I'm just so happy for him. But this week, or happy to have him, but this week has been kind of hard because he's having gas pains this week. So we are having to kind of pivot and adjust and acclimate to what we once had a schedule kind of going, and now it's just a free for all at this point. So that's why I'm just kind of working here and there, because it's hard for me to do like the longer streams right now if like I need to go help do something with him or whatever. But yeah, it's my first little guy, my first baby, probably the only one I'll have. But yeah. All right, so Bake, I got your donation. Is it okay if I say your question out loud, or do you want me to keep it to myself? Okay. All right, so you want to know how they're currently feeling. All right, let's take a look here. All right, so overall, I would say, Bake, that they're feeling pretty positive about you in general. Um, I have here the Seven of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, and it kind of talks about a challenge or an obstacle, but having the upper hand or having the upper ground, I guess you could say. Um, and the Ace of Pentacles a lot of times can talk about an opportunity. So kind of what I'm gathering from this is that she hasn't given up hope. that or I'm saying she, I'm sorry if I'm just assuming, but your person has not given up hope in regards to your connection. So this person feels that no matter what you guys have going on right now, if there's something standing in the way of you guys not being together, this person still, thinks about you, maybe even daydreams about you, daydreams about a life together. But there's a lot that's said in the silence, basically. It's a she's fine, okay. There's a lot that's said in the silence. I feel like she hasn't really given up hope, basically, is what I can say about this. She feels like no matter what, you guys are going through or that you have been through, it's never no. There's always some kind of opening here for your connection. And the Seven of Wands always talks about like a challenge that happens or like something that kind of can get in the way of your connection, but at the same time you overcome it. It's not really something that will defeat your relationship. It's something that you guys will be able to get through or get past or get over. Basically saying that you guys have the upper hand. So it may take some time. It may take some working through it. If you guys are, if it's a physical distance or proximity that's causing an issue, if it's circumstances in your life right now, if it's other relationships, etc., whatever it is that's going on, it's in her mind not something that you guys can't get past or get through to eventually end up together. So the Ace of Pentacles kind of just speaks to an opportunity. That's all she's saying is needed. Is just like an opening. Something just has to kind of give way, and then we can try to make this work. I have the Six of Pentacles, so it's basically saying whatever you feel for her, she returns in full. The Six of Pentacles is like a giving or receiving kind of energy. It's very even, balanced, it's mutual. So essentially, what you're feeling, she's feeling for you just as much. And I also have the Six of Wands. So if you don't know this, she has a lot of appreciation for you. There's a lot of pride that she carries in knowing you, and she sees you for who you are. She sees your talent. She feels you deserve to get what you deserve. You deserve praise, and you deserve rewards and awards and accolades. You deserve to be in the spotlight for certain things that make you who you are. And she's just like, I really appreciate him. I really appreciate who he is. I see him for who he is. I like who he is. I like him. I also have the Three of Cups here. So I always say this, so only take it if it resonates for you. It's something you would know about. This isn't to implicate, or not implicate. This is not to indicate fear or place fear onto the connection. So you are like, no, that doesn't resonate for me, then just don't take this message. But Three of Cups can sometimes talk about third-party relationships. This can be romantic. This could be, maybe she's talking to someone or you're talking to someone, and that's kind of getting in the way. Sometimes it can be a platonic third party that's kind of interfering with the connection. Maybe she has a friend or a family member that's in her ear saying that you're not good for her. Or maybe you do. Maybe there's some other third element that could be causing, an issue here, like another third party. So, like I said, take it if it resonates. If it doesn't, you don't have to. It's not the end of the world. But the Three of Cups generally just means that she celebrates you, and I think that she's looking forward to maybe an opportunity where you guys can really come together and just enjoy each other's company. We have the Seven of Swords, so I feel like a lot of the time she tries to maybe hide how she feels for you, but she knows deep down and that she's that she is feeling this way for you. The Seven of Swords can sometimes talk about how maybe she might sometimes try to deny the connection, maybe to you or to herself. But the Seven of Swords always talks about the things that we keep hidden, that we keep secret, that we keep to ourselves deep down, that we may not display to the world, but we know it's there and we know that we're feeling that, and that's kind of where she's coming from. This card also can speak to wanting to sneak away with you, wanting to have a private moment with you as well. And she's feeling your love, like she's feeling your energy, you thinking about her, your feelings for her, all of that. She's sensing that from you. You said no contact. You took a step back to work on yourself. You think age is doing the same, or she's doing the same. Okay. You don't care about no third party. Focus on me. Oh, her family. Okay. Because I was like, I feel like something's gonna resonate here, but also I'm not in the business of fear. I don't ask spirit to tell me anything that's like you would be surprised about or that would cause fear in you. I'm always looking for my readings to provide clarity and to resonate. So I had a feeling that if I brought that up, you would understand why that message came through. So Bake, you said yes, the family doesn't want us to be together because they fear she will change for the better. They want to keep her down. Oh, classic. I've definitely seen situations like that before. Did you want to donate for anything else before I sign off, Bake? Yeah. Yep. Definitely getting that she misses you for sure. That's very clear in the reading here. You know, she's still thinking about you. You're still heavy on her mind for sure. You were a little behind. Leave it there. Okay, you're welcome, Bake. I hope you have a good rest of your night. Hey, Philomena, how are you? All right, friends, I'm all caught up with the donation list. I'm going to go ahead and just do a last call for donations before I sign off. We've hit about an hour, so I probably won't be on for too much longer. But if you're in here and wanting to donate, just let me know in the chat before I sign off. I also wanted to let you guys know that I am offering offline readings 24/7. Turnaround time is tentatively by the next business day, and I'll do my best to get that done and over to you as soon as possible. But because I'm technically still on maternity leave, I can't make guarantees on that. I'm just doing my best, and so far I've been able to keep up with that. I've had a couple of orders be put in, and I was able to get it done within the next business day. So I will be taking weekends off. So for example, if you donate like 5 p.m. on a Friday, you probably won't get that until Monday unless I find time over the weekend. But generally speaking, by the end of the next business day, I am trying to get those over to you. As far as live streams go, Bake, yeah, you can donate again. That's great. Go for it. As far as live streams go, I just want to throw the disclaimer out there that, I'm not technically quote unquote back to work yet. So these live streams I'm doing are kind of dipping my toes back in, so to speak. So this may come alongside interruptions, something important. It may be interrupted. It's not going to be this like consistent thing where I'm able to, stay on for long periods of time. I'm just trying to navigate balancing this and also parenthood alongside these two things. So what I am offering is offline readings, because if you guys are like, no, I don't want my reading to be interrupted, I just want my reading, then you can donate for offline readings, and therefore I'll send you a recording or a copy of your reading, and then you won't even have to worry about an interruption here or there. So I am just trying to kind of dip my toes in and try my best to not not interrupt, but sometimes that might end up happening. Okay, so Bake, I have you for a mini reading for what's coming towards you. So let's take a look here. I'm just shuffling for you right now. What's coming towards Bake? All right, so we have the Page of Swords. That's kind of like the student, the scholar. So this could be talking about learning a new skill, craft, or some type of education, so to speak. Alternatively, this card also speaks to doing your research, maybe kind of deep diving into like a new hobby or some type of new uh, area of interest for yourself. This can also talk about how there may be someone in your life that is kind of spying on you. The Page of Swords is kind of like a lurker. There's someone who is kind of trying to investigate, get information, get intel on you. And a lot of times that can mean like social media stalking. It can mean just kind of scrolling and trying to like get more information. So there could be someone who's just trying to kind of look you up, figure you out. And again, this could be your twin flame, right? So this could be, her just trying to keep tabs on you also. You said you're learning new skills for business. Perfect. So that aligns really well. Page of Pentacles is also here. You're looking for an opportunity. This guy's kind of standing with like the full path ahead of them. They're flipping a coin, heads or tails. Either way, I feel lucky. That's kind of the energy. And this Page of Pentacles is also kind of that new energy of like, where am I going to put my money? Where am I going to invest? What am I going to do with this that I have? Because this is someone who has a coin but is wanting to make a lot more. So your business might take you down ventures of like where you're going to invest, how you're going to invest in this money that you have in order to kind of build and compound it over time. So maybe that's something that you're going to learn as well for business. For some reason, I'm hearing like real estate. So I don't know if there's like long-term goals surrounding real estate or not, but that's what it feels like to me, is kind of what I'm picking up on. And I also have the Four of Wands. So this does talk about leveling up a connection or a relationship. The Four of Wands a lot of times can speak to whatever connection you're in romantically, feeling like things are taking a step forward. We also have the Justice card that came out with the Lovers as well. So this is essentially like confession, romantic confession. So you may also be hearing from your person, maybe just things that they haven't told you before, things they want to express to you. Get off their chest, just give you clarity, speak their truth, so on and so forth, to maybe kind of harness a more stable, grounded connection with one another. So this doesn't necessarily mean you guys are jumping into a relationship, but it can feel like a positive step forward. You said... so not being in contact. So what would the next step be if you weren't in contact? Getting in contact. That would be the next step. You're not going to jump to dating. No, the next step would be coming back into communication. So maybe that's what it feels like. You said you're about to invest, just learning first, long-term real estate, about to take over. There you go. See, my twin misses me. I'll be working on me, but I know this time apart is bringing us back together. That's good. And you know what's also really fun is when someone comes back around and you feel like you like had a glow up, and you're like, oh, look at me. I'm learning this business. I'm learning this trade. I'm learning this skill. I'm investing here, whatever. And you're feeling really good about yourself. It's always really nice to have that like upgraded confidence when someone comes back around, because it's undeniable. So I think that's great that you're working on yourself right now. You're welcome. I hope you have a good rest of your night, Bake. Thanks for coming back. Hopefully, we'll see you again soon. I'm going to try to go live a few more times before my maternity leave is over. But my husband has paternity leave for 3 months, and we're approaching 3 weeks right now. So he goes back the beginning of February. So I think my maternity leave, in a sense, is going to be that duration, but I'm still going to try to come back with some live streams here and there. And Gemini, hey girl, I got you for a yes, no. Is that correct? Yes, I speak. He is. It's actually like one of the reasons we decided to go ahead and start family planning because his previous job that he had, the year that he left, they implemented a 6-week paid paternity leave. And I was like, this is amazing. I love the direction that these companies are taking. And I knew that he wanted to leave his job. But I was like, maybe when we look for a new job for you, we can just see and hope that there's paternity leave, right? So when he got this job and it was double the time fully paid, that we were like, this is a sign, this needs to happen. Let's go ahead and get started basically. And so he gets with this job 90 days fully paid. So we're super grateful for that. I especially needed him this first couple of weeks. I feel like I'm going to need him forever. I don't want him to go back to work at all. But, this is the life we chose. And so this is the decision we made. And I could not be more grateful that he's able to be home with us during this time, not just for help, but just for bonding. Like, he deserves to have that opportunity, and I'm just really happy that we are able to do it this way. I know it's gonna fly by though. I know it's gonna go by super fast. Tina, yes, you can donate for a channel, but my lists are closed. Are you okay if I get this to you before the end of tomorrow? Is that okay with you? I might have time later tonight. I just don't know for sure. I'm kind of taking things like 1 hour at a time. I'm sure you guys understand if you have kids, if you have ever had a newborn, you're kind of like, okay, just 1 hour at a time. Like, okay, I can shower now. Okay, I can eat now. Okay, I have to pump now. Like, it's crazy. So, if that is okay with you, and if not, Tina, if you're kind of like, I'll wait, I'll be back tomorrow. My offline readings are open 24/7. So it's really up to you. But if you donate tonight, I can make, turnaround time before the end of tomorrow and get that back over to you. And then I can send it to you via Instagram as well, a copy of that reading for you. So go ahead and send that donation over, and I will work on that for you between today and tomorrow whenever I can. Thanks, I speak. Really happy for you, Luna. I can't wait till I tell you I'm preggy. Oh my God, that'll be so fun. Oh, we'll have so much to talk about. You're welcome, Tina. Have a good rest of your night. Okay, so this is for the Gemini. This is my last reading, this live stream. We're shuffling now for the Gemini. All right. This is for the Gemini. Yes or no, please. No core cards. One card only. No major arcana. Show me a yes or a no. All right, I have a yes for the Gemini. I have the Eight of Pentacles. So that is a yes for me. This card always talks about working hard and great payoff, great reward for all of your effort that you're putting into it. So I would say going into the night, going into your shift, just really put your all into it, go in with a good attitude, go in feeling confident, go in feeling like you look great. And I think that you're going to have that return that you're looking for. It's all about that energy. But the Eight of Pentacles, it basically, the definition of the Eight of Pentacles is like your reward, like your hard work paying off, basically. All right, so that's a yes for the Gemini. And that's where I'm going to leave it. You're welcome, Gemini. I hope I am right. I hope you have a great evening. And thank you guys for such an easy, gentle, like just great entry back into live streams. I didn't feel overwhelmed tonight. I feel like I was able to stay on task, stay on time. I just appreciated your guys' well wishes and everything. So it was really, really great. It was a good first experience back into this. So I'm going to try over the next few months. Then I say few months, meaning like December and January, to kind of ease my way back into these live streams. So you guys should be seeing me more, but also remember I'm offering offline readings 24/7. So you can donate anytime and I get those readings back to you tentatively by the end of the next business day if I can. So if you have any questions ever, email me, message me, and I will see you guys around. Have a good rest of your night. Thank you, I speak. Bye, Gemini.